Hello everyone, welcome back to another Cryptic Crossword. I know, 2 in a row? 2 days in a row? How could it be? I just couldn't stay away. I'm dying to get my first win. I don't think we're gonna do it today probably, but I could get close. Let's get started here. FBI director fired by Trump circumvents low-grade farce. Circumvents? That probably means goes around, right? Huh. As you can tell, this one's from 2018. What are we supposed to do with this? Maybe farce is the definition. Because FBI director fired by Trump, we're talking about Comey, right? That's who it was? And if it circumvents low grade, like we're supposed to put a put a low grade in there, like a D, right? And a farce is a comedy. Fruit carts run wild. So probably we're anagramming carts run to get a fruit. Why can't I do that? Carts run wild. Starts with C. CA, CR, and CU are the only things that make any sense. Crancer, Crastoon, Crust, Ran? I don't know. Weird. Some fruit I don't know about. Or I'll probably recognize it, but I just can't see the anagram right now. State what we'd do if we lost a vowel. Missouri? Missouri is a state. And I see I don't really see at all though how this fits with the wordplay. I'm just trying to think of states with 4 letters. Michigan works as well, I guess. And I saw OUR and connected that with we, and maybe that has something, but well, it ends with a vowel, which is I. Ah! What we do if we lost a vowel is we would miss our I. Very good. Okay. Home to millions in Citadel Hill. I don't really know where Citadel Hill is. I assume it's a real place. Home to millions. Millions in Citadel Hill. There's not even a good short way to say millions, right? MM kind of means million, right? MMS, but then you put that inside of Citadel Hill somehow? It's hard to imagine. Alright, well, back to the acrosses. Spiral lock culprits damaged. 2 4-letter words. Culprits damaged, I guess. We're rearranging the letters in culprits to get a spiral lock. I don't know what the hell spiral lock means, but culprits is 8 letters and damaged is like an anagram thing, so that's why I'm looking at that. And it's 2 4-letter words as well. Huh. How do you even make a 4-letter word out of these? Cult? Cult, that's a 4-letter word. Trip? Trip's interesting, I guess. But if you use trip, we have left is like ulks. Sluck. I don't know. Whisper the name of Bertrand audibly. That'll be Russell. A whisper is a rustle, and Bertrand Russell's odd name said audibly, you might think they were saying Russell. Now we have this L. Dales? I mean, a hill is a dale, kind of. Or no, a dale is like the opposite of a hill? What is it? It's like a plains in between hills or something? A valley, especially a broad one. Okay. Pronounced gains. Okay, so pronounced could be some kind of mishearing indicator, but it could also be the definition. 4 people in the forecasting business. I'm not sure what to do with this one yet. A male cat I keep in a kennel these days. So this A, like, as I've talked about before, in like, if this were an English crossword, I would be pretty sure we just have to put an A there, right? Because if you remove the letter A, the clue means the same thing, and they're not supposed to put in meaningless words. But the Times definitely does. The New York Times definitely does put in words that are not necessary sometimes. So I don't know if I can really conclude this. On the other hand, you know, we know there's an A here somewhere, so maybe it's here. Coruscant? Coruscant? No, I don't know. A male cat. Atomic. Atom. And then IC, I said just because it makes it a 6-letter word. But I'm not sure. I keep. Okay, so maybe the I is for I, and then keep in a kennel these days. Where exactly are we splitting? Well, okay, it has to be a C here to make a 6-letter word. But I don't understand what this has to do with keep or in a kennel. Atomic age? Yes. These days are the atomic age, I guess. Because we have like nuclear power and stuff. And to keep something in a kennel is to cage it. Supermarket section is flanked by beer. Well, supermarket section is an aisle. Does this have anything to do with is flanked by beer? Yes, we have is, and around it is A-L-E, ale. Celebrating a wedding 3 times, embracing crew. Not enough to work with yet, I don't think. See if we have anything from this aisle. Hoofer pranced at burlesque. What exactly is a hoofer? It's not a heifer like a cow. A hoofer is like someone who runs? I don't know. Use any plastic on edge. Use or use could be the definition. On edge could be the definition. If we were looking for like antsy or something, it's a little bit too short, but you get the idea. Polish or polish, person with a strong desire? Huh. Don't know. Supreme Court agitated someone on a Mac. Supreme Court agitated? How many letters is Supreme Court? 5 and 7? Got it. So that's 12. So someone on a Mac, I guess, would be a computer user. If you were to spell that correctly, it would be computer user. And this must, I guess, anagram to Supreme Court. News to me, but yeah, it looks about right. I got computer user as quickly as I did because it was 8 and 4, and I was like, 4. What's a 4-letter word for someone on a Mac? User. And then like, okay, computer. Got it. Feel sorry about all but the first waiting bird. It's an egret. To feel sorry about something is to regret. And if you took all but the first of that, you would have egret, which is a waiting bird. Reflect on newfangled staff symbol. Are we looking for staff symbol rearranged? Not quite. How about reflect on rearranged? Yeah, that looks better. That looks like 9 letters. And newfangled is the anagram indicator here, and staff symbol is apparently the definition. What the heck is a staff symbol? Reflect on. There's got to be some, like, is the staff symbol, are they talking about the, like, kind of universal symbol for healing that's got, like, the staff with, what is, oh, it's like snakes or something? Healing symbol, snake. The rod of Asclepius is what I was thinking of. Here, this thing. Staff of Hermes, interesting. Anyway, it doesn't seem to be what we're looking for here. But it is a staff symbol in a way, right? Novel antihero making waves. Well, I see that antihero is 8 letters. If it were spelled novelly, it could mean something that says making waves, like on the air. If you're on the radio, you would be making waves. Yeah, that seems good. In a manner of speaking, Mai Tai cocktail. Is this, how do you spell Muay Thai? Is it like that? Mai Tai? Oh, no, I'm thinking of this one, right? How do you spell Mai Tai? Like that, okay. So that's, in a manner of speaking, Mai Tai. And of course, it's a cocktail. To arrive at X in an oral presentation goes over the figures again. In an oral presentation could mean to mishear something that, like, about arriving at X and goes over the figures again, or rechecks. Rechecks, yes. So if you arrive at X, you reach X. And if you go over the figures again, you recheck. George Burns' role. Buddy returning cuddly pooch. A lap dog. I don't know who George Burns is, but Buddy returning is pal written backwards, and a cuddly pooch is a dog, I think. Oh, did George Burns play God? So George Burns' role, Buddy, would be God pal. But you write that backwards, it's lapdog, and a cuddly pooch is a lapdog. Okay, I get it. Let's look up just to confirm. George Burns. Yes, in 1977 there was a film called Oh God, and I guess he played God in that film. Okay. So I still don't know what the hell is going on with this. Home to Millions in Citadel Hill. What is Citadel Hill? It's in Halifax, in Nova Scotia, Canada. Oh, are we looking for like Delphi or something? That doesn't fit, dummy. I have like... I have no idea. Okay, maybe we don't need to know anything about Citadel Hill to solve this. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Carrying out each mascot standing. It looks kind of like executing, doesn't it? Which means carrying out. Executing? That's the same word as executing. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this E. I don't know. We'll pencil in an ing, though, I guess. I don't know how this can be each mascot standing, though. Maybe... yeah, we'll figure something out later. Still don't know this hoofer. Or any of this stuff. March honoree isn't involved in spring prank. Who's a March honoree? Who do you honor in March? Is Mother's Day in March? I don't know when Mother's Day is. It's like early in the year, but it could be like May or something, right? When is Mother's Day? It's in May. Spring prank. I can't think of a good spring prank either. Response to a knock on the door of the shower, perhaps. Well, it could end with there. Who's there? So that's a response to a knock on the door. And I guess who's there is those letters? I'm not a big fan of this clue, but okay, fine. Alone, because like there's multiple reasons I don't like this clue, right? First of all, of is like this word is just dangling, it doesn't do anything. And then like just using perhaps question mark as an anagram indicator, I don't like that much either. Anyway, alone, I had sandwiches, very tardy. Huh. I had sandwiches, alone. Isolated means alone. How does the wordplay work? Something sandwiches very tardy, which is late. Oh, so late is very tardy. I had is I'd, right? I apostrophe D. Sandwiches very tardy. Work using a compass in Land's End water sport. Well, probably ing. No guarantee, of course, but that seems pretty good. Work using a compass. Or it could just be work. But I think like water sport might be the definition. I'm not sure why. Yeah, not sure. Might it be routed differently? Might it be routed? So routed differently, I think, is the wordplay. Might it be is the definition somehow. Routed differently is the anagram of routed. I've got several letters from routed here is supporting that. But like, how do you detour? Oh, I think I understand the question mark. I remember reading something about how question marks are like indicating that the normal structure of like half wordplay, half definition is being broken a bit. Because here, might it be routed differently is kind of the whole thing is the definition. It's a detour. And routed differently, like we're using routed on both halves, right? And like I don't know if they're looking for might it be routed as the anagram indicator or routed differently as the anagram indicator, but either way, routed is on both halves, and the question mark maybe means that. So if we look at who's there, is the same thing happening here? Is that why this clue is allowed? I guess so. Response to a knock on the door of the shower, perhaps. You might still say who's there. And then we could say the shower, perhaps. Okay. Blue hospital room. Concerned with issues of the ear. The ear. Erotic? Yeah, that sounds about right. Not sure why yet. But I said ear, otic, and also a whoops. Also, a hospital room. Ah, I see. A hospital room is an ER. And blue, if you look, one of the like less common and older words, meanings of the word blue. Let me look it up. Was like you know, saucy or otherwise like profane or indecent. A blue movie, right? So erotic is blue. A hospital room is ER. Concerned with issues of the ear, I don't quite get. But it's got to be right. Western prop carried by Maria Tallchief. Huh. No idea what's going on here. Carried by looks kind of like wordplay, but who knows? Uh-oh. We're out of hint, or like not hints, but like places where there's new stuff to work on just about. Celebrating a wedding 3 times, embracing crew. I feel like this is something I should make progress on. So let's we have carts run, and so far we have CRA like so, and we want it to mean fruit. So if you have CRA, then what's left is TSRUN. Oh, well, it kind of has to be a U next, doesn't it? So you have TSRN, and then it's currents, right? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to call that a fruit, but sure. Now this looks like throwing. Three times. No, hang on. 3 times is thrice. And if it were embracing a crew, there's like a rowing something, right? Like a rowing crew. Throwing rice. So you celebrate a wedding. If you're celebrating a wedding, you're throwing rice. 3 times is thrice. It's embracing crew. Rowing R. I don't understand what the R is about. Rowing R? Rowing crew. Abbreviations? Glossary of rowing terms. Okay. I mean, let's just check this out real quick. Just in case this is interesting. Following specialized terms. Yeah, none of these make... well, okay. The athletes. None of these are just R. I don't know, weird. Okay. Anyways, clearly throwing rice. Carrying out. Hoofer. Dancer? Some kind of dancer? Yeah. Hoofer. Could that be a bad dancer? Maybe? Hang on. Is burlesque an anagram indicator for pranced at? I think so. We have 7 letters plus 2 for at. So we have P, A, T left. A tap dancer. Apparently that's a hoofer. Pronounced gains. The thing is, gains, you can't really mishear it as anything but gains, I don't think. How about this? Spiral lock culprits damaged. Okay. Well, let's take culprits to the anagram desk again. Or not again, but go to the anagram desk again, this time looking for culprits. And we have a T already, leaving us with culpris. And it's supposed to be spiral lock. Well, lock, I guess, is a lake also. No, that's L-O-C-H. Although I think in English it might be acceptable to call it a K sometimes. But anyway, I don't see anything here that looks like a lake anyway. Spiral. Like, we only get 2 vowels for this whole thing, right? So there has to be one in each of the 2 words. Slit, spit. Those are almost the only 2 first words you can make, assuming they wouldn't be putting slut in here. Cult, I guess. Kurt? I mean, let's just suppose I were to put slit in. We would then have C-U-P-R. That's clearly not any good. Silt? Well, same problem, right? Spit leaves us... Oh, spit curl? Does that mean anything? What is a spit curl? It's in the dictionary. A small curl of hair trained to lie flat on the forehead. Huh. So that makes sense then, that it would be a spiral lock, as in a lock of hair. Carrying out each mascot standing. Not sure yet. Polish or polish? Person with a strong desire. Could be like a lover, they love something. A lifter? Oh, I think we're on the right track, but not quite there. Because a lifter is a person with a desire to be strong, right? But the problem is that doesn't mean Polish or polish, as far as I'm aware. A strong desire. Maybe that's nothing after all. Use any plastic on edge. Still don't know. We have enough that I feel like I should get this. I mean, obviously a vowel goes here, but that's not really enough to tell much. It could be an A, an I, an E, a U. These are all plausible. O is obviously fine. I think any vowel could go there. Some more common than others. Like, I don't know much that ends with a roting. Carrying out each. Mascot standing. What the hell is mascot doing here? Are we looking for like a particular famous mascot? I don't know. Like a Chicago Bull or something? And a March honoree. Isn't involved in spring prank. I blank K. I mean, there's a few letters that could go there. N is a pretty obvious one. Ink. There's also ilk. A C could happen, but it would be a surprise. Work using a compass. Oh, I guess mathematicians use compasses too. Drawing? It's too short. Drafting. Drafting uses a compass. I assume, right? And then maybe that's a water sport. I don't know. In Land's End? Oh, rafting is a water sport. And Land's End is the end of the word land, which is a D. I'm not totally in love with this in. Like, I feel like so many of these clues that give you an unnecessary letter could so easily fix it by saying work using a compass, Land's End water sport, for example, right? L blank F. Okay, we got somewhere. We have probably the N, and we have reflect on. Okay. We can work on anagramming this again, I guess. And we have... hang on, L, F, like there. Oh, some kind of clef. So we would have left R, F, E, T, O? That's too many. I gave myself a letter twice. So we have the R. The first E we've used up. We've used the F. We use the L. Second E we have. We use the C, T, O. Okay. Toner clef? Is that a thing? Toner clef? Apparently. Oh, tenor clef. That makes more sense. Western prop carried by Maria Tallchief. Western prop. I have no idea what's going on with this clue. What if this ends with rating? Ah, your standing is in a way your rating, I guess. Oops. Okay, that seems fine. St. Patrick is a March honoree. How does the rest of the wordplay go? Isn't, ain't, involved in, could mean just being, like, ain't is involved in, i.e. could just be in. Spring prank. Spa trick? A spring is a spa and a prank is a trick. Got it. Rating. Well, so if rating is at the end here, then it must be part of this the wordplay, right? Which means mascot is also part of the wordplay, and we're looking just for a word here that means mascot, probably, or that is an example of a mascot. Per each could be per, right? And then carrying out could be perpetrating. A mascot is a pet? Okay. But anyway, this is clearly correct. And that finally got us an R to work on this. Pronounced gains. Property? Prophecy. Because prophecy is the forecasting business. Pronounced gains for people. Ah, no, profits. I see. So if you pronounced profits, someone might think you were saying prophets, right? Profit as in making money. Prophet as in forecasting. Got it. Use. It sure looks like use is just like included literally. But why? How does the rest of it work? I don't know. Polish person. Lester? Lister? Listen? Polish person. Polish. Person with a strong desire is a luster. Luster. If you lust after something, you desire it strongly. So a person with a strong desire is a luster, and that means polish. Use any Any could just be a, I guess, like take any seat, take a seat. They kind of can mean the same thing sometimes. We could have used as something. That doesn't really make any sense. Use. Probably I've just got these 3 clues left and nowhere to make progress except by just like figuring out the last 2 letters in them. Well, 3 in that one case, but home to millions. Like I can't work on any crosses like you can in a normal crossword. You can be like, okay, well, let's see where we can go with some crosses. I have letters with no crosses. Home to millions. Home. Maybe we're looking for something like millions in Citadel Hill is the definition. Somehow. Like maybe millions of people live there. Or millions of bugs, I don't know. And then but then how could home too be just the definition? It doesn't make any sense. I see Dalai as in Dalai Lama, but I can't imagine that makes any sense. And there's like not a lot of other ways to fill this out, actually. This is like such an unusual combination of words that I bet we could like, if we opened like a crossword writers program and said D blank L blank I, it would be like, well, there's not many options. Here's the only one there is. Delta. Like, is that plural of delta? I don't think so. Also, I don't think it makes any sense. Millions. That's what really bugs me. Can it be part of the wordplay? I don't think it can. Delhi. It's a city with millions of people in it. What does it have to do with Citadel Hill? I don't know. We looked up Citadel Hill earlier. I have no idea. I'm not seeing anything that makes sense. Huh. Okay, I don't get that last part. Use any plastic. I had no idea. Alright, let's look up who's Maria Tallchief. Let's, as I've said, I don't mind looking up pop culture stuff in. Okay, she's a real person. She's a ballerina. That should be enough figured out, right? I don't mind looking up pop culture and definitions for cryptics. On occasion. Carried by? I actually still don't know. Any more about her? She's considered America's first major prima ballerina. She was the first Native American to hold the rank, and is said to have revolutionized ballet. Huh. I mean, here, I'll show you, and we can go look at her Wikipedia page together. So carried by her might be like someone she carried in a famous ballet act show. Huh. Okay, I don't really see anything very relevant right there. Western prop. I'm pretty confident about these A's. Mai Tai and Lapdog both seem very good. So we're looking for Western prop somehow. What would you use as a prop in a Western? Obviously, that's not what Western prop has to mean, but it's one thing it could mean. Like, you know, various kinds of guns, a hat, a lasso. Wait a minute, no riata? Am I crazy? Isn't that's like something you make a lasso out of, isn't it? Riata. No. Oh, also it would be, yeah, Riala maybe? No. That's a Rhode Island Assisted Living Association. I mean, okay, so like what goes here? It has to be a vowel, right? There's like no consonants that can go after an R. So it's not an A. E? R-E-A blank A. Well, you know what? Let's just try them all. And just like see if any of them make sense. R blank A blank A. So R-E A A. So A is B. This has to be a vowel, a consonant, right? B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Riaga? I don't think so. I, J, K, L, Riala. M, Rima. N, no. O, P, Q, R, Rira. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. None of these seem good. How about I? I think it's an I. It's some word I don't know. Could Western mean to write something backwards? Like take a word that means prop and write it backwards? It might. Although I can't think of any word like that. Anyway, let's think of A, B, Riaba. Is that a thing? Does that exist? Riaba? No. It's so obviously wrong that Google auto-completed it to Riabal for me. C, D, E, F, G, Riaga? Rigatoni. Yeah. H, I, J, K, L. I think we tried Riala, didn't we? Yeah, this is the Rhode Island Assisted Living Association. M, N, O, P Q R S Riasa T. We tried Riata, right? Yeah, it's nothing. UV Riava W X Y Z. Oh, so A B C D E F G H I J K L M Roama NOPQRSTUVWXYZ. Ugh. I think we're not getting this. A-B Riaba. The thing is, I think it has to be an I because of this, like, Western. I think it does have to be able to be read as a word backwards. So let's do another pass actually on this. A, B, C, D, Adair? It's like a name, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, it's not a prop anyway. E, F, it's a fair spelled wrong, but I mean, A space fair, that makes a little sense. Does that make some sense with the clue somehow? Riafa? That's like not a thing that exists. Although it says, did you mean Riata? No, that's just some company. Okay, Riata is nothing. It's just like a name. G H a hair? No. I J K L a lair? Probably not. M N an air? Wait a minute. Maria. Wait a minute. Carried by could mean contained within. So if we're looking for R blank A blank A, that would be a riata. What is a riata? Is it like some kind of, is that a boat race or something? I mean, I can look up riata and it's like, I don't know, it's nothing. But apparently it's a Western prop? Oh, maybe it's a Western. Oh, it is! I told you! It's a roadie. It's like a lasso. But, like, it showed up first as this other thing. And, like, when you search for riata, you get all this other stuff. But if you scroll down a little bit, you do see it's a lasso. Okay, well, I figured it out without having to do that because I realized carried by and then this Maria thing, which I didn't realize until I said R-I-A-M-A. And I was like, wait a minute, that's Maria. The letter's from Maria. And I was like, wait a minute. Anyway. Maybe I should have looked up lasso synonyms because I remembered it being something like that. All right, we just have one more to go. I can't give up. On edge. Unease. An edge is unease. Before I fill that in, why is it right? I don't know. Let's fill it in first. Ah! No! I want to know that it's right because it's all so good. Okay, I'm pretty sure the one that's wrong is this one. Because everything else like looks great. So but like I don't know, edge seems so good. Use any plastic on. So let's put unease back in and see if I can convince myself that it's actually right and we should look elsewhere. Use any plastic on edge. Well, if uneasy means on edge. There we go. I had said, oh, edge must be unease, but on edge is uneasy. So what is use any plastic on? Oh no, plastic's an anagram indicator for use any. Plastic is in moldable. Poof. Well, we did it. We solved a cryptic. I had to look up a couple things. I looked up spit curl. Like I said, spit curl looks like the answer. What the hell does that mean? And I found out it was real. What else did I look up? I looked up toner clef and was corrected by Google that it's a tenor clef. I think I would have figured that out anyway, though. One clef is just so good. And that leaves me with like T blank N blank R, and I would have figured that out. Or actually, this was still a blank as well. So was the T. I think I just had the N. Anyway. Mai Tai I checked the spelling of. And then on the downs, I think I looked up that currant is indeed a fruit. So far, I did a fair bit of looking up with Riata, I guess. And that's about it, right? Spell checked Miata and tenor, sort of. Looked up Riata, but then solved without it. And double checked that spit curl is a real life thing. All right, well, I'm really excited to have gotten my first cryptic with no help from the crossword itself, and I would say a totally acceptable like set of things that I Googled. It'd be nice to be at 0, but I don't consider this an invalid victory. I think I actually got it according to my own personal crossword ethic. I would never do this for like a standard New York Times crossword where I think any Googling at all is wrong. But I feel like for a cryptic somehow some of the references are pretty oblique and it's fair to look some of them up. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm bad at cryptics and I need a little handicap. All the same, either way, we did finish. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.